हेलो गाइस, वेलकम टू माय चैनल क्रैकनट। चलिए आज हम जानेंगे कि सिंगुलर एंड प्लूरल नाउन्स क्या होते हैं। What is singular noun? A noun that name one person, animal, place, or thing is called a singular noun. For example, a man, a dog, a house. Now let's see what is plural noun. A plural noun refers to more than one person, thing, place, or idea. For example, boys, dogs, flowers. Rules of plural noun. Number 1. When to add s. For most regular English nouns, you simply add the letter s after the noun. Easy, right? Here are a few common examples: dog, dogs, car, cars, apple, apples. Nouns ending in th or ph. If the noun ends in th or ph, simply add an s after it. Some common examples of such nouns are mouth, mouths, photograph, photographs. Nouns ending in o. The general rule for nouns ending with the letter o is to simply add s after it. Some common examples of such nouns are photo, photos, taco, tacos, piano, pianos. Exception. Add es instead. The exception to this rule is that for some nouns ending with the letter o, you add es after the noun instead. There aren't any strict grammar rules here, so pay attention to these words when you encounter them and try to memorize them. Buffalo, buffaloes. Potato, potatoes. Tomato, tomatoes. Hero, heroes. Mosquito, mosquitoes. Nouns ending in f or fe. The general rule is that for nouns ending in the letter f or fe, you simply add an s at the end. Here are some common examples: roof, roofs, giraffe, giraffes. Exception. Use ves instead. The exception to this rule is that for some nouns ending in f or fe, instead of adding s after the noun, you drop the f or fe and add ves. Here are a few common examples that are helpful to remember: leaf, leaves, knife, knives. Nouns ending in on. For most nouns ending in on, you simply add s at the end. Lemon, lemons. Canyon, canyons. Salon, salons. Exception. Use a instead for certain nouns ending in on. Drop on and add a at the end of the word. You probably won't encounter this exception very often, but it's still important to know, especially if you're using English for school or science, where you might need to use these words. Criterion, criteria. Phenomenon, phenomena. 2. When to add es. Some nouns always end in es in the plural form. Nouns ending in s, x, z, sh or ch. For nouns ending with the letters s, x, z, sh or ch, simply add es after the noun. These examples show nouns with each of these endings: bus, buses, box, boxes, buzz, buzzers, wish, wishes, watch, watches. Nouns ending in is. You still need es to form the plural here, but you don't just stick it onto the singular form. For nouns ending in is, drop the is and then add es. Let's look at some common examples: axis, axes, oasis, oases, crisis, crises. 3. When to add ies. There's only one common type of word where you need to add ies in the plural form. However, as you'll see below, there's also an important exception to this rule. Nouns ending in y. For nouns ending with the letter y, the general rule is to drop the y and add ies after the noun. Fairy, fairies. Candy, candies. Dummy, dummies. Exception. Just add as. Good news. There's actually an easy way to remember when you need this exception. Just look for a vowel before the letter y in the singular form. If a vowel comes before the letter y, then it's easy. You simply add s after the noun. Way, ways. Monkey, monkeys. Toy, toys. Guy, guys. 4. When to add I. Here's another easy rule that you only need for one type of word. Nouns ending in US. For nouns ending in US, drop US and add I at the end of the word. A few common examples are fungus, fungi, cactus, cacti, stimulus, stimuli. 5. When to do nothing. Nouns with the same plural and singular forms talk about easy. There are some words that are exactly the same in their singular and plural forms. Some common examples are below. You might notice that a lot of these words have to do with biology or animals. Sheep, deer, fish, species, nouns with no singular forms. Then there are some nouns that have no singular forms. This means they're always plural. So you don't need to learn a singular form, because there isn't one. In general, most of these are things that work in pairs, but we should be careful not to assume that this guideline applies to everything that works in pairs. You'll see these most often in clothing vocabulary, such as scissors, shorts, pants, or trousers, jeans. Nouns with no plural forms. These nouns are also called mass nouns. They have no distinct plural forms. Typically, they refer to nouns that often come in groups, or nouns that are somewhat abstract. For example, livestock, news, slang, bravery, love, money. 6. When to remember irregular forms. If you've been an English learner for some time, you know there'll always be special cases that don't fit into any fixed formats or follow any rules. Here we have irregular nouns, which break all of the plural spelling rules we've discussed so far. Yes, irregular nouns are like those children at the playground who walk up the slides instead of sliding down, or who stand on the swings instead of sitting on them. They do things differently from everyone else, and that's what makes them so interesting. Okay, let's look at some examples. Child, children, not childs. Mouse, mice, not mouses. Man, men, not manes. Woman, women, not womans. Die, dice, not dies. With irregular nouns, there are basically no rules. As you can see, you cannot simply apply any of the rules and exceptions like we've done with the other regular nouns. So the only thing you can do is to close your eyes and memorize them and their plural forms. So now, I hope you have a clearer picture of how to make nouns plural and spell them correctly. It may take some time to become familiar with the rules, but that's okay. Pretty soon, you'll be an expert at plural spellings. Good luck. Thank